Iowa City, is that right?
About 20 miles north of there.
Okay.
A little town called Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, so you're like George Washington.
One of the many Mount Vernons in the U.S. of A.
And then are you?
Yeah. I'm responsible for making me a big kid. Oh, okay. Well, Jeff hasn't heard my Leo Kottke connection, and he's asking me to tell you that. Some of you have heard me tell this little story. But anyway, I was living, believe it or not, in the state of Wyoming in the early 80s. Playing, I'd come out of the closet as a guitar player in this little group we had there, kind of a folk rock kind of thing. And as groups do, the group broke up. But I had discovered in the process that, hey, I can be on stage. This is something I actually got to give to people. So I made a demo tape and drove the 3 hours over to Jackson Hole, which is where the only music scene was, being a ski town. And got this gig at a place called the Log Cabin Saloon doing a happy hour, kind of like this. 40 years ago. And I hit this place, the Log Cabin Saloon, at a time when the manager was bringing in some national acts. So 2 months into my solo career, I was asked, would you like to open for Leo Kottke? Who was already a big hero, And Leo came, he played 2 nights, 2 shows each night. He heard me play 4 opening sets. And he liked it, and we jammed a bit at his hotel room last night. He said, well, let's stay in touch. I drove the 3 hours back home and said, yeah, that's the last I'll hear of Leo. Next day, his manager called and said, could you join Leo in California? So here I'm a greenhorn, literally. And Leo pays for my flight from Riverton, Wyoming to San Jose, meets me at the airport and gives me his rental car. And we play some gigs together out there and then fly to Minneapolis. And so my first gig in Minneapolis was with Leo Kottke at the Guthrie Theater, which was the prelude to my long time here playing for paying for tips all around town. But needless to say, Leo's affirmation of what I could do has made a huge difference in the life that came later. So you've heard the story now. So you can blame Jeff for that story.
Yeah. All I knew is that you were connected in some way to Leo, and I didn't know how.
Yeah.
I didn't know the details, so
I've let the
thank you for
details
telling the story for all of us.
Yeah, I've let the details out here and there to a few friends. He was also a great guy to travel with. If he's ever seen him perform, he's just peculiarly funny. And he's that way all the time, whether he's in his living room or on stage. Total delight. Now, that's not really an introduction.